Keeping my eyes on the DXY. Um, just trying to see what what it's gonna do. I took this trade a little prematurely because I'm learning. Well, I'm adjusting. That's what we're gonna say. Like everything's a learning process, but we're adjusting. So this is the first trade of my adjustment, but I need to adjust just a little bit more from the looks of it. That's what we've assessed. Just a bit more adjustment. I'm just waiting for it to take out these highs, and then we're gonna come back and see what we do. That's really all. I don't have a game plan for. Well, I do have a game plan, like, but I'm not letting that steer my decisions. So for the month of September, it's been shit. If you're wondering, we've gone nowhere. So as you can see, we equilibrium, indecision. So I've been trading this entire candle, been getting wrecked. So we're down for the month. I wonder. Let's see. Yeah, we got a lot. Well, it only shows what's happened. So, but trust me, we've been down for the month. We've lost. I don't know how many trades. Actually, I can just pull it up through the Discord. Let's see. So loss. Well, this one hasn't been lost yet, but loss, break even, loss. Uh, well, this was actually a 1-to-1, and that's for the month of September. So for September, we've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. And if you want to call a 1-to-1 a win, then we can call it 1-to-1 a win, which means I'd be 1 for 7. Pretty bad. And the month before then, we didn't do any better, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're not. I'm not focused on my losses and how shit things have been. I'm focused on what's going better. And this is a perfect segue into why I don't trade candlesticks anymore. Like I don't trade candlestick patterns. I've been watching some. I won't call them instructional videos, but just inspiration from other creators that, well, they're traders that create. And I've gotten a tip to not use candlestick patterns. Now, I was only introduced to candlestick patterns because my introduction to trading was not the best. I didn't get it from YouTube. I didn't get it from someone who had a course or anything like that. My introduction to trading was through the I Am Academy BS. So they taught really well. They didn't teach anything, but the the core basics of what was going around in the communities was trading candlestick patterns, and it was like a dumber version of what I know about trading today. So a lot of what I'm doing right now is weeding out the bullshit that is in there and getting to the area of where I was previously with just trading pure market flow. So that's what I'm doing right now is getting back into that flow because there was at one point where I did receive a course from someone and I just started focusing on Fibonacci and I didn't use candlestick patterns. I used straight market flow, but I don't necessarily use Fibonacci as a strong weighted indicator. It's a tool, it's a measuring tool. So I use it just like that whenever I need to. And that's what we're transitioning into. You gotta, like, well, not you gotta, but I'm smoothing out my my process, and this is the best time to do it, is during a losing streak. Is just iron out your shit, and that's really what I'm doing. It's just ironing out my shit because it's wrinkly. Like I had some good P&L the prior months, like to begin off this year, great P&L. But the issue is I'm continuing to build with subpar moves. If I can iron out my shit to where I take less trades and I'm focused more, like my edge is more refined and focused, then that's what I want to do. I don't see why I would just accept mediocrity and say, okay, yeah, I just trade a strategy, I just sit with that, and every trade is the same. No, like I'm still building on the same foundational concepts. Nothing has changed. All I did was remove a step, which I used to wait for a confirmation of candlestick patterns on a lower time frame to give me some sense of direction. But from what I've been noticing is we'll switch right now. The DXY plays a huge role. Like it's literally the exact opposite. So that's what I'm doing. And I don't know if many people talk about that, but I'm venting. Losing streaks suck. I haven't been on a losing streak like this in a while. The last time was, I don't think it was this year. I'm pretty sure it was last year where I lost like 11 trades back to back, and I was like, man, fuck this shit. Like, it's not the best feeling. Even though I was still up P and I was still up like 1,000%. But it still sucks ass, when you lose trades back to back to back, and it seems like something is wrong with you, but really it's just something wrong with your setup grading or the way that you're entering into the market, or it could be exits as well. So I spent some time last night actually back testing using what I'm doing right now. But of course, I didn't have another pair mirroring the actions. I was using the replay chart, and I was on, as you can see, we were on US 30. So we have, and this is replay. So this is before anything is happening. I'm having these wins, this win, this loss. I learned from this loss, and this is where I define more of my edge. And then, we have these losses here. And these were like, I was starting to get off pure instinct. And these first losses happened. And then, boom, hit off that one. I learned from that one. And then, same thing here. Boom, sold, sold. And then, as you can see, I'm learning more as I'm going. And, just that's what I was doing last night. Like, literally until I think it was midnight. It was either midnight or right before midnight. I had been doing it for 3 hours, just sitting here, you know, and just learning from the process of looking at the overall flow of the market. You can compare it to the line chart. It's like looking at the line chart but with more detail. That's what I see candlesticks as now. So I'm not like before. I would look at one candlestick and then determine my entire bias off of that one candlestick. I'm not doing that shit anymore, and it's stupid. As someone did explain, I'm gonna just say his name. His name's Noah. I don't know about his background or nothing like that, but it was good enough to give me a reason to say, okay, I should probably stray away because I am on a losing streak, and god damn it, like I'm using candlestick patterns. So like it just makes sense. And there are a bunch of trades. Oh, well, actually what drove the catalyst, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it had nothing to do with the losses. What it had to do with was when I went on MetaTrader for my broker, it showed different candlesticks. like completely different candlesticks at the same place. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because I know, like, when I go to, like, let's say I go to GBP and I click FXCM, they're different candlesticks. I know that. That was already pre established in my mind. What I had not anticipated was that my broker would provide two different candlesticks on TradingView and on MetaTrader and on the app. So after that, I'm like, okay, so candlesticks literally don't matter. And if I'm going to bank everything off of one candlestick, I'm literally playing a losing game. At that point, you're literally playing a losing game. So from now on, what I'm doing is going off market flow. Like, and when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, I never traded pure candlesticks, like where they were functional in my analysis. They only assisted with me making a decision. Like I said before, I would wait for a lower time frame. Like I would see a rejection area anywhere, and then I would look on a lower time frame, and then wait for that candlestick to form, and then I would get in on it. And I can show proof of that with any one of my winners. So you can see here, there is literally nothing there. I mean, there's just rejection. I'm not going off candlesticks. And from there, we rode that all the way down. But what am I doing is I'm getting in on a lower time frame with a candlestick. That's what I was doing. But now I don't have to. I'm just going to look for resistance, right? Which is nothing that I have to gatekeep. You know, I teach my students what I'm going to teach them, which I'm going to do a video on this soon, you know, Confluence 2.0, because there's more that I need to learn. But you can see it right here. Like, it may look like I'm going off of the candlesticks, but I promise you I'm not. It has nothing to do with the candlesticks. Just like my exits, same thing. Like, and I'm conscious enough to know, like, I can change that one functional step. Like you even see here. Look at my entry. It's not based off a candlestick. It's literally just based off of um pure rejections. And that's when I trade the best. So if I can take out those extra steps, I can be so much better. And this is the perfect time to do it. I'm already on a losing streak. So what am I going to lose more by learning in the process? That's really my take on it. And that's how I'm looking at it. So I'm going to keep my eye on the DXY. I mean, I don't believe we're going to hold these levels. I was actually looking for a weaker dollar, which is funny because then you'd ask the question, why am I selling GU? Well, at the time, I had not thought about the DXY and how it would correlate to the US dollar. Well, not the US dollar, but to GU. I hadn't even thought about it. It completely slipped my mind. So we're in on this order, and I already know it's incorrect. I already know it's incorrect. But, I mean, I'm just going to stick it through because there is a potential that, yes, it does reverse here and maintain the trend. But at the same time, I'm not banking on it because the sell trend is way stronger. We have bigger moves that need to be made. Now, there is a possibility that we find our way up to this trend line and I can exit there. But I don't know. I genuinely don't. I don't believe in it like that because of aforementioned, you know, what happened. I kind of goofed there by saying, "Oh yeah, I believe in a weaker dollar," and then sold GU, which in hindsight, well, we're not doing hindsight, but from listening to what I'm saying and from what I was thinking in the time and what I'm thinking now was not the best decision. I think that's something that we can all agree on. It wasn't the best decision. It just happened. It was like, damn. Like Not, I believe it was 30 minutes after. I was like, wait, what does the DXY say? And I go look at the dollar index and I'm like, oh, I forgot that I was thinking about a weaker dollar. So why am I selling? But I was treating this like how I was back testing. Well, I guess you could say forward testing, um, using the replay chart on U30. And when you're on the replay chart, you can't go to other charts and mirror that off of your, like, the current pair that you're trading. You only have one pair as you're trading. At least with my plan. I don't have the ultimate plan or whatever the fuck. I have the basic plan. So I'm really just waiting on this to hit. I don't know how long it's gonna take to hit, but by 8:45 to 9 o'clock, I'm gonna leave and go work out and then come back because my next move is not gonna be here until potentially tomorrow. Realistically, it could either take 12 hours or it can take 16 hours, or miraculously it could take 8 hours. But I'd be contemplating whether or not it's a good area with 8 hours. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not a lot of time. That's this candlestick closing, one more candlestick, and then a half of the next. So like that's not a lot of volume. But I think overall, what I should have done for the month of September was just not trade. But at the same time, the lessons that I learned during this month were so valuable. Like, I think this month I lost $500, which is just over 10%. It's not the best. Um, if we were trading on a true funded where I paid money for the funded, I would have lost the account. But that's why I don't trade funded accounts. I rather fund my own shit so I can learn in the process and just say fuck it. Like, I can go down 20% and still bring the account back. That is very possible. And that is what happened to me every time I did a funded challenge. I go down 11%. And then I go down 9.5%. I take that one trade, drawdown kicks me out because, funded accounts go by drawdown. They don't go by live market close. The drawdown kicks me out and it turns into a huge ass winner where I make all the losses back and then I make the profit target as well in one trade. And I believe I don't know if I still have the message from where that happened with, no, I don't have. I think I deleted all the archives. But I had a screenshot of where it happened. I may find it later and stitch it into the video if I care that much. But that's why I trade, using my own fundeds, which as time progresses, you'll see it get bigger. Right now, we're starting with 3K. We're down to like 26. Well, we started, well, in total we've deposited 3250. And right now we're down to 26. We'll be down to 2600. Not even, about 2650-ish. 2660. That's what we'll be around. But that's really how I'm feeling. So I don't know if I have to time lapse this or what, but this was the trading day for today. Trading week hasn't been too well. And ironically enough, well, not ironically, I'm just saying words at this point. But what also helped me make the decision was I got in for sales over here, which you'll see. Let me show you. It just let you know I'm not out here just saying shit. Like, I got in for sales over here, right? You can see it clear as day. Sales at 1.35373. But then I closed because I saw a candlestick. So like this was more of fuel to the fire to be like, okay, I've seen too many things. I saw the one, like, okay, I seen his post one time, right? Like I saw someone's post talking about, fuck candlesticks. And I was like, I'm gonna keep it pushing because normally I have a very strong will. Like I have a very strong mind, and I focus on what I focus on. Like I'm walking down a path. Like I'm not gonna let somebody deviate me from my path just because you said something. I'm not flip flopping because when you start flip flopping, that's when you lose in the game. So I, scroll past it, whatever. Go go through that situation where I end up closing here, right? Based off the candlestick. Literally based off the candlestick, I exited. And then on top of that, I I had the situation with my broker showing different candlesticks on different platforms. And I'm like, well, okay, if I trade candlesticks, it's damn near a losing game. Like that idea sprung up in my mind immediately. So I go, okay, I'll consider it. Like there's a possibility that I shouldn't be trading candlesticks. So as you can see, it's getting broken down a little bit more. Like there's stops in place for me not to just be jumping from strategy to strategy to strategy. I don't fuck with strategies. Like I fuck with learning how to read. That's what I'm attempting to do is learn how to read. And I may not be the best reader yet and well versed in the language yet, but damn it, I'm getting closer every trade that I take. I kid you not. So like, I don't give a fuck about the P&L or about the money because still to this day, I'm still up when it comes to the amount of money that I've put in and the amount of money that I've gotten out. I'm still up. Still. So before I went on that rant just then, I don't know why I did that. It's just confidence. Um, what was I talking about? I forgot. Yeah, I'm not going to just switch up just because someone said something, just because I seen a post, just because I seen a video, just because I lose a trade. I'm not going to switch up. I'm going to literally keep doing what I'm doing because I know it produces results. Now, the results that I've been getting lately have been ass. And I've been reflecting on that. Taking 20 trades and winning like, I don't know. I think I was hitting like a 30%. And that's dog shit. That's nowhere near the goal that I'm looking to attain. I'm looking for 85%. And I mean, when I say 85%, I don't mean I'm up 2-1. Well, my bad. 85%, it's in green, it's in blue. No, because literally every trade that I take goes in profit at some point. Every trade that I take goes in profit. At least 10 pips, at least 2 pips, at least 3 pips. Normally, I'd say at least 10 pips for sure. I see about 10 pips in profit on a regular basis, minimum around 5. Cool. What I'm actually looking for is 85% win rate. Like I'm talking about hit. This hit 5.0 hit. That's what I'm talking about. And I have fail safes a part of that. So let's say my trade goes up 2-1 because for a long time, my only trade setups were 2-1. Like I would literally risk $1, win $2. That is how I traded for years. I kid you not. I traded for years and I maintained a very profitable lifestyle with trading. And I made a lot of money from trading, meaning I didn't put in a lot because I didn't come from a lot. You do the math. So being able to switch from that to now being comfortable, like I am super comfortable holding a trade that is up 4-1 profit. If you didn't watch my last video, I had a trade that was up 4.5-1, and I was comfortable pushing it further. That's growth. So I'm looking for 85% hit rate of TPs. That's what I'm looking for. Like, of course, I'm going to factor in my one-to-ones. I'm going to factor in my break-evens because that's what I want. Like, I built a system. That's the system that I trade. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that thing. And I want to continue to make iterations and make it better and better and better as time progresses, because that's the whole point of this shit. Like, I've seen too many people in my circle succeed crazy. Like, I'm talking about, I know millionaires off of this shit. Like, personally, like, we chilled, we had conversations, we talk charts, we talk trades, and I'm talking about in person, like on phone, like we're FaceTime, like we done, like, I know them and they touched M's. I mean millions. And I don't mean no fake demo shit. I mean Chase account looking 7M's, McLarens, Lamborghinis, paid in cash, Rolls Royces, homes. I have seen it with my own eyes from trading. So there's no, oh, I should go over here, I should go over there. There's no quitting. Like, why would I quit? If all they learned was how to read the charts, that is what they continuously say. All I did was learn how to read the charts, not, oh, I trade this strat. Oh, I do this strat. Oh, I do this every time. No, they learned to read the charts. They said fuck strategies, and it happened. And one of my friends, I seen balloon. I mean, it happened in 1 year. It happened in one single year. I mean, from like the beginning of the year, well, the end of the previous year, down on his luck, right? The next year, like, I mean, the next couple of months began to start, and it just ballooned. And I mean, and by the next, like by the end of that same year, like the consecutive one, he has a Rolls Royce and at least 100K cash in 50 plus in an unregulated broker, which, assuming we go by the same guidelines, he has to have more stashed away somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Like, there is no switching professions. If anything, I'm going to add to. You get what I'm saying? Like, I do YouTube. I have 3 YouTube channels. That's just going to add. I want to start my clothing brand. That's just going to add. I'm not going to stop trading. For one, this is like the only thing that keeps me focused, like Call of Duty. But we still got this trade managing. I'm gonna leave it running. You're probably gonna see the camera cut out. I don't know. And that's only because I'm actually testing the camera right now. We've been having some camera issues, and I'm gonna be buying a new camera soon, but right now I'm more focused on trading. So every $1,500 that I get, I'm not throwing it at a camera. I'm gonna throw it at the charts every single time. You get what I'm saying? Like, because the return of investment on trading is gonna be much larger than it is than the camera. Because I can make videos right now with my phone. So I'm going to keep doing that until the time does come. But we're going to leave this up. I'm going to time lapse it, see how things go. You guys will see. And if it starts cutting into my streaming time when it is time for me to play games, then you just won't see that. I'm sorry. I do have some games to catch up on. I do have a main channel, which is God Made Dan. And I'm going to, keep uploading over there. So I do appreciate y'all for, sitting with me while I was on my little rant. We didn't get stopped out. We're still waiting to see what's going to happen. The dollar index gained some strength off this level of support, which was a possibility. We talked about that. A possibility. It was absolutely a possibility. Do I think it's going to hold? No, I don't think it's going to hold. I think we'll go up to test this area. But remember, we do have some, I don't know why it does this. I don't like this. I don't like this Yahoo stuff. It's disgusting. We do have Myron speaking at 11. So remember, Williams, I believe he's sick, so he didn't speak today. But we have Myron speaking, and then we have the I think Powell speaks tomorrow, or he speaks Wednesday. One of the two. I don't know why they don't have it up on here, but Powell speaks sometime this week, and I know that from Bloomberg because Bloomberg just reported that not too long ago. If you see it, then I see it right here. Fed Chair Powell speaks. High impact expected. So we'll see, but um, who knows? Dollar may gain strength like it did last time. You see how it sold heavy and then bought back up. We were a part of that. Don't want to talk about it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But game plan is still the same. We're looking for buys going into tomorrow, but that really just depends on how we react to this level. So I'm either looking for dollar weakness, or I'm really looking for dollar weakness, just being honest. But if it continues, then so be it. You feel me? Like I'm just gonna milk it. You feel me? Get my money's worth, and then walk away. And my first area is gonna be this level down here, which I did prematurely take off my TPs. So I'm gonna place that one on first while I'm out, because who knows what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna take my phone with me, and we'll see. So I guess y'all come back. I mean, y'all will see me in like, I don't know, 30 minutes or something to an hour. Okay. So it's going in the direction that I wanted to. As you can see, we just took out that high, the level of resistance that was there. It played around that level for a little minute, but the dollar lost all strength with the comments from Stephen Myron, which was to be expected. So I'm gonna be waiting for the next opportunity, which will be could be 12 hours, could be hopefully London session. If not, it'll probably be New York. And if not the next New York, it'll be the next London. So we'll be looking for buys just around this area, exactly where my stop loss is. Well, in that general area where my stop loss is, or was. That's where we'll be entering in for buys. But yeah, I don't think we lost too much on that. I think it was only like $70. I forgot, it doesn't show the price, but I'm pretty sure we're looking at, so equity is 2659. So just about what I was saying, about $70. I believe that's what it was with fees in total. Let's check. Pretty soon I'm gonna be moving to futures and trading that, but I'll still have some money in the forex account. No, just about 67.27. So for today we are down 67, 70, 19. What is that together? One something. 67, 70 plus 19. 156. So just about 5%. I believe we're down. So for the month, let's see. For the month, I think we're down, I wouldn't say 20%, but about 50. So this month, 428. Holy moly. So 428 plus the 156 we just lost. It's 584. And we have a balance of 3250. So let's see. I know that's at least 10%. I'm gonna say 15%. We're just over 15%, so I believe it is 20. We're less than 20%, so let's call it 17%. Yeah, just about 17 and a half, almost 18% for the month of September. In other words, we got railed for the month of September. I don't think we won any trades this entire month. You can call that a win, but I won't. because it didn't hit TP. So, yeah, we learned a lot. We grew. We're gonna continue to grow. Not concerned. And that's how you have to be. Just press on, press on, press on. So I will catch y'all the next trading session. Maybe it'll be a vlog. Maybe it'll be a live trading. I don't know. But whenever I do have time, I will attempt to do live trading. If I'm sitting in front of the screen, at least for right now, because I need to get more chart work in. I need to see how candles react to certain levels, how pairs correlate with each other. For instance, the DXY with the GU and the DXY with U30, which it doesn't really correlate too much, and the DXY with gold. So the dollar index more so mirrors what's happening over on GU. If the DXY drops like this, GU buys, which is what we're finding out as we can ascertain right now. But yeah, I'll catch y'all when we make the next video.